Hi Flosstube. Wow, it has been a while. I am Tamara. I am PD Stitcher here on YouTube and over on Instagram, and apparently I don't do very well keeping up with either of those. I post a little bit better on Instagram, but it's been 3 months since I've filmed a Flosstube, so I've got a lot to show. I'll try to get it all in today. If not, I'm going to try and be more regular. I'll get to a little bit of life stuff at the end to kind of explain where I've been, what I've been doing. For those of you who are new here, welcome. I'm glad to see you. I hope you see something you like, you decide to stick around. Hit that subscribe button if you want to keep seeing me. Hopefully it won't be 3 more months before you see me again. For those of you who are returning, thank you. Thank you for continuing to come see me even when I take months and months off at a time. This is a channel about cross stitch and a little bit of life stuff thrown in here and there. I don't know what else to say to introduce myself because it has been a while. I have forgotten how to do all of this. So we'll just kind of jump in. I do have some finishes. It's been 3 months and I have finished some things. Yay. Not fully finished. I did fully finish one thing, but that was a graduation present for a friend of my daughter's, and so she has that. I do not, and I can't show that. I did show it. I did post a picture of it on my Instagram. So if you want to see it, it was a monogram M in a hoop. So that's my only fully finished. That's probably my only fully finished since I've started Flosstube. I don't fully finish things. So let's see what I finished. If you are new here, I've been working on the months from the cross-eyed cricket collection. And I did January through June. I started those in Mania 2020. And 2020? Yes, Mania 2020. I don't even know what it is. Today is Sunday, September 5th. I'm not really sure what year it is, what day it is, what time it is. It's just been. Anyway, so I started January through June in May of 2020. I finished all of those and then started in on the second half of the year this year, and I finished July. I started this one during May. I did not do Mania this year, but I did start this during May. So this is July. I absolutely love the colors in this. I may or may not remember to say the fabrics, and if I do not say a fabric for something, it will be in the description box below. But this is on 32 count Picture This Plus Demoiselle. I don't know if I said that right, but I love the detail in these letters. I absolutely love it. And y'all, if you are returning, you know this is not where I normally film. I've changed things up a bit. Why not? Y'all haven't seen me in a while. Why not change things up? But I'm trying to get adjusted to where I am in relation to the camera setting on here. So I also finished August, and this is on 32 count Ozark from Color and Cotton. And again, the reason I love this month series from the Cricut collection is the detail in the letters. I love all the little motifs. Love, love, love. So I finished August. Finished July, finished August. Guess what? I've also finished September. I've been a little busy. So here is September. And this is on, hold on, I do have the little card for this here. 32 count Relic from Picture This Plus. I love that little sleeping fox. He's just so precious. So I love all the detail in these in each of these letters. I love the apples in this pea. Just so cute. Not a big chicken fan, but there was a chicken and I wasn't going to recharge it. I don't really do farm animals. If you notice, I don't do a lot of the little farm animals that are so popular that everybody loves. And I think they're cute. They don't really go in my house. I don't have animal stuff up. Of course, I don't finish anything fully, so I don't really have cross stitch up, so it doesn't really matter. I've also finished, this is Sign of Freedom. This came out of a Just Cross Stitch magazine. I'll put the details below. I believe it was August 2017, but I could be wrong on that. I have not finished it completely to the point of putting on the buttons. I don't have the buttons yet. I need to get them. But they'll go in a couple of these spaces over here and one down here, I think. Here. I love. This is on a fabric Flair 32 count. I don't know what the name of it is. I've never known what the name of it was. At some point I probably did, but since I started keeping records of my fabrics and stuff, I have no idea what the name of this fabric is. So it's 32 count fabric Flair. It looks kind of like the sky with clouds. That's all I can tell you about that one. So those are my finishes, which is not too shabby. I've also finished a few of the little advent animals, which I'll get to in a minute when I go to WIPs. But I'm not going to pull that out to put it back in with the WIPs. I'll just show it all at one time. WIPs. This is going to be like a mini WIP parade because I have touched or tried to touch almost everything I own. Almost. I've not touched everything yet. Hopefully by the end of September I will have touched more. We'll see. But in the last 3 months I have touched a good bit. I have stuff right underneath me, so excuse me for a minute as I reach down here. Okay, the first one, I don't have the cover photo with me. It's across the room. Hold on. Okay, handy dandy pause button, like that. So this is Christmas 2. The artwork is by Ciro Marchetti, and it is charted by HAED. I love all of the detail in this. I just love all of the detail in full coverage. I'm just really slow at stitching full coverage, especially this one because this is my chart. If you can stitch from the little bit you're going to see when I flip back, good luck. But that's my chart. It's on paper. I do have Pattern Keeper. I don't have this one on Pattern Keeper because this was one of the ones that had the DMC 09 charted originally, which is what I have on my paper copy, is all the 09s. And then when she went through and updated all of the charts that used DMC 09, my son had bought this for me as a gift, so I don't know if he didn't get the update or I don't know. But I don't have the updated version, and so I bought the updated version to go on Pattern Keeper, and it is so very different, and I had already done several pages. I say several, I think it was maybe 2 pages, and it was different, and I couldn't figure out how to make it adjust. So we're just going to keep going with the paper, so it does make it a little slower. I do have several others that I'm doing that are on Pattern Keeper. They move much faster. But this has been my full coverage focus the last 2 months. I've been trying to focus on full coverage on the weekends. This weekend I have not. But that's okay, because I'm filming a Flosstube, so I'm changing everything up this weekend. I'm actually going to see y'all. But this is what I've done. I've gotten 7 pages done. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, well, 6 and mostly. Because all that's left in this little page is this little tiny bit right here. As you can see, I do park my threads and let them dangle. Y'all, is that not... This is going to be massive, first of all, because that's just 7 pages and there's like 80 something. But the detail, the shine from the ornaments that looks like it's actually shining. The bow right here. It's just, and right here. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I just wish I could stitch faster. I've got 2 or 3 more full coverage that are going to be started in the next year. I blame Hannah Dowling. Hannah, if you're watching this, I blame you. She stitches, y'all. If you're not watching Hannah, you should. Her channel is Hannah Dowling. I'll link that below. She stitches so many full coverage, and she's amazing. Just amazing. She just finished this full coverage of Mulan. It is striking, absolutely striking. Anyway, she has corrupted me to become more of a full coverage stitcher. Well, not to desire to be more of a full coverage stitcher. I'm going to get there. But I want to finish a lot of these smaller ones that I have going first. But I have a lot of full coverage that I'm adding in the next year. So I'm excited about that. Alright, so that was my first WIP. Most of these are in bags that are still zipped up. I apologize. If you're wearing headphones, you're going to hear the zipper. I wear headphones when I watch Flosstube, so I know it's loud, and I'm sorry. So the first one is, this is one of my older WIPs that I have not worked on much this year. In fact, the first time I pulled it out was this past week, in 2020. This is Clemson University Tigers, and it is from easypatterns.blogspot.com. If that's not right, it will be, the correct link will be below, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. So it's, my husband and I both went to Clemson. My kids who watch football are Clemson fans. So I'm making this for my son, who, he doesn't go to Clemson. He goes to the local university here, but he does like Clemson. Even if they lost last night. We still love them. But this is how far I've gotten. And this is 1/1 on 28 count Antique White Jobelan. Y'all, I literally have this much done. And I don't know why I haven't pulled this out more to work on it. This week, I finished, there was like this little touch of orange right here that I needed to do. And that was maybe 75 stitches. I don't get much done when I work on this, but I'm really hoping that when I iron this, that line will pull out from where it's been folded. So I hope so, because otherwise it's going to be right down the rest of this. We'll see. But this is all done in, it's like I said, it's 1/1 on Antique White Jobelan, and it's just done with DMC. Christmas 2 is on, I'm doing that one 10th stitch, 2/1 on 25 count, easy grid. I admire people who can do full coverage on regular fabric that's not gridded, pre-gridded. I've tried to grid. It doesn't work for me. Well, I'm not good at it. My lines, I can't draw a straight line. I just can't. There's holes to follow. There's lines on the fabric to follow, and I still can't draw a straight line, so I don't try. I'll let somebody else do the gridding for me and use the pre-gridded. It just makes it so much easier. I'm sorry. That's very loud. I'm trying to keep this all kind of organized because there's a lot. You know, this is my basket of WIPs and haul. And there's several WIPs that are sitting behind the basket on the couch because I ran out of room. So the next one I'm working on, I'm not going to pull the whole thing out because I've got it in my Q snap to work on today. But I'm working on this square, of Tiny Modernist Words to Live By. Don't count the days, make the days count. I'm doing the whole 13 grid thing, and I don't know why I didn't pull that card out too to show you. But I'm planning to work on it today, And so I already had it put in the Q-snap. So this is all, ooh, can't see anything. Let me put my board behind that. There we go. So I have don't count the da. So I got to put a Y and an S on days and then finish the rest of this square. This is my piece that was called for Crystal Academy starting last Monday. I'm just now getting to it. I'm a mess. I'm an unorganized disaster right now. But that's okay. That's me. And I'm fine with who I am. So that was Tiny Modernist. That's on 32 count chalkboard black. I don't know if you figured out my favorite count is 32. I like 32 count fabric. My next one is in, I don't have very many project bags, but this one is in my So Much to Love Mickey Mouse bag. And it is Rosetta. This paper's seen better days. But Rosetta by Ink Circles. And I am not using the call force. I'm doing, the top 4 medallions are each a different color. And then I'll move the colors down. So you'll see the 4 colors when I pull it out. And then they'll rotate. I'll explain it more when I show you. It'll make sense, I hope. But I am almost finished with the top row of medallions. I saw this on Annie Joyfield Stitcher many moons ago, and she's doing all 12 a different color, and I fell in love with it and had to copy her. So I don't think she watches me, but if you do, Annie, thank you, because I love this project. So like I said, I'm doing each a different color. This is, I have no idea what the colors are. It's a peacock, a pink. I think this is Week Style Works peacock, I think. This is Love. This is Celery, maybe. And then this one is Concord. And the purple in this is not picking up. It looks kind of black, but it is purple. And then the outline I'm doing in coal. So the next row, the pink will be here, the green will be here, the purple, the teal. And then the third row, it'll all move over one, if that makes sense. So that is Rosetta. I love this piece. I don't know why I don't stitch on it more, except that it's just out of sight, out of mind with all of them. I pull out one, and it doesn't meet a lot of prompts for stitchy groups because there's no people, there's no landscape, it's just the medallions. So I need to figure out ways to make it incorporate more. But I love that piece. And then I showed y'all that I finished July, August, and September. So now I am working on October, and I apologize. Literally, I have whips across my couch. So this is October from the Cricut collection, the Cross-Eyed Cricut. And y'all, I love these months. I don't know, I can't say it more. I just started this one on Tuesday, on the 31st of August. And again, I need my board because that's looking see-through. I've started the O in the pumpkin. There it is. That's actually close to the color. I don't remember what the fabric is. It's way down here. Oh. That's kind of rattly. I apologize. It is Color and Cotton 32 count Moroccan clay. I was a little worried because it is kind of orange. It's very orange, actually. It doesn't pick up as much in this light, but I was worried that the pumpkin wouldn't show, but the pumpkin does. This little leaf is yellow. I don't know why it's not showing very well, but I'm okay with that. I don't mind a little tone on tone for just a tiny bit of a project. So I'm good with that. This is I try to do 100 stitches a day in a project. I pick a new project every month, and for the last year, it's been the months from the Cricut collection. So this is my 100 stitches a day. when I say 100 stitches a day, I don't do 100 and then stop. Sometimes it's 150, sometimes it's 250. It just depends on if the mood strikes me and how much time I have. I try to do those first thing in the morning before my people get up and are moving, and I have to start work and all that stuff. So, there's that. I told y'all, I've got a ton of WIPs. This next one is, I have no idea what this next one is. Oh, this next one is Christmas Village Stocking. My daughter bought me this for Mother's Day, one of my daughters. For those of you who are new, I have 5 children. I have a son, who is my oldest, and I have 4 girls. My son is 21, then I have 18, 18, 16, and 13. Yeah, I was crazy. I had a bunch in just a short period of time, but now they're young adults and teenagers, and for the most part, they're a lot of fun. For the most part. They all live at home. My 3 oldest are going to the local college here. So, but one of my older girls bought me this for Mother's Day because I made everybody a stocking except me. So this will be mine, and I have started on this. I need to whip stitch the outside of this fabric. And this is on, I don't remember, it's just some white, antique white, ecru type fabric that I bought cheap because it's going to be full covered. So I didn't really care about the color. Now, I said that I admire people who can do full coverage on non-gridded. This is non-gridded, so but I've always done my stockings on non-gridded because I literally just move across and down, and I don't park. So there we go. That's what I've done so far. Some night sky and some of this little place to put my name, and then I'll move down. But I bought this fabric off of Amazon because, like I said, it didn't need to be fancy fabric. It's going to be mostly covered up with stitching, and then it's going to be made into a stocking. So it kind of needed to be a little bit more sturdy. It's very thick. It's not floppy. As you can see, I can hold it like this, and it's not flopping at all. It's very stiff. So I don't normally like to stitch on stiff fabric, but for this, I don't mind. The next one is Shades of Autumn, and this is out of the October 2017 Just Cross Stitch magazine. I love this because, first of all, I love fall. I love fall a lot. I love that it's now getting cooler, although I live in South Carolina. We had temperatures in the 80s the last couple of days. This is not fall. This is fake fall, because we're about to have summer again next week when it goes back into the upper 90s. Then we'll have, after fake fall, then it will be fall again. But right now we're in fake fall, and I'm okay with that because I do like the lower temperatures. So we'll have fake fall now, a little bit of summer again, and then real fall. But I love the colors of fall. So when I saw this, I had to stitch it. Ooh, there's a lot of stitches in this. This is pretty heavy, intensive. And this is on 32 count Monster Mash from Color and Cotton. I'm actually not doing too bad about remembering what some of these are. Get my board. And I love it on this purple. I had started this before on white Ada, and the white Ada was very crunchy, so I wasn't really liking the crunchiness, and I think these colors pop so much more on this purple. I don't know, it just, to me, it's kind of like a night sky, you know, an evening sky with these colors, and it's gorgeous. I love this. But because it's so, there's a lot of changes. If you see, like, each one of these rows is a different color. These little motifs have like 4 colors in them. It's just picky to go to stitch. There's not big, huge blocks of one color. where I can just stitch for days. I kind of like it when I can stitch for days on one color in a block. You know, if I can have a section even this big, it's all one color. I like that, but yet I also like the full coverage that are confetti heavy, so I don't know. Maybe I just like to torture myself. But I guess I love the look of these with all the colors. So I want to stitch them. It's just sitting down to stitch them. This one hopefully will be making more of an appearance soon. I'm doing AB Singo with Magazine Monthly Challenge, and I'm basically a glutton for punishment. I'm doing AB Singo, I'm doing Domino and Semi-Sane, and something else in Semi-Sane. I don't remember. Oh, Stitch Mungie. So I'm playing all these games, doing all these things. I'm going to get a lot of touches on a lot of WIPs. The Domino one, you have to have at least 10, and you have to make a connection between each one. I'm not going through all the connections right now, but I'm doing pretty good with those. Okay, so here is my Advent Animals. I have them on 2 different fabrics because, long story, and I'm going to run out of time soon. I've been telling lots of stories. But I couldn't get a big enough piece in the one. One is sterling, one is Nessie. I think this is sterling and this is Nessie. So this is the ones I finished on this. I finished the mouse, the camel, the giraffe, the donkey, the kangaroo, and the squirrel. I finished the kangaroo and the squirrel just this past month. And then I've got a good bit done on the owl. Can you even see those? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you can. Okay. Like I said, I'm trying to figure it out. I have a needle just sticking out of the fabric. Wow. Okay. And then I'm working on this frog. There's a lot of fabric here. This is huge. There were 7 on this. Yes, 7 on this one, so 18 are on this one. This is a big piece of fabric. So I'm not going to undo this, but they're all in here, I promise. But this is the only one I've worked on, or those 7 and then the frog. The others are all started. I started all of them last July for Christmas in July 2020. My plan was to work on them this past July 2021, and finish. But then July came, and I wasn't in the mood to stitch on Christmas, so I didn't. It's been a summer. I've mentioned that before. I've had a lot going on, which is why I haven't been here for 3 months. So, all right, this one I just picked up yesterday. I don't have a cover photo for it. It is Caterpillar Cross Stitch Positivity Rules. It was a SAL that came out in May 2020. And this is, I've gotten a bit done. I have, let's see if I can hold this up. All I have left is I need to put in smile and finish laugh, and then fun and positive, and then there's a door that goes right here. And that's it. This is also on my AB Singo a good bit. So I think a good bit. I know it's on there for me to work on today. It was called today for the letter K for kind, because kind is one of the words in this. So I'll be putting at least another 100 stitches in it today. That's another one that I'm hoping to finish soon. And then I'm going to try and at least get through my WIPs before I run out of time. I film on my tablet, and it only gives me like 33 minutes, and I'm at 29. So this is Angel of Freedom from Lavender and Lace. There you go. I want to hold it. There you go. Close enough that you can see it, but not so close that you can't really see the right colors. Again, this one's almost done. All I have left is to fill in the Krynic. So I am not a big fan of stitching with metallics, so that got saved for last. But it's my oldest WIP, so when I have to do penalty stitches for magical stitches, that's the one that gets pulled out, so hopefully I'll put some more work into her and get her finished by the end of this year, because she is my oldest WIP. I'd like to get her done. And then I have Winter Wisdom from Cottage Garden Samplings. It will look like this. Oh, and Angel of Freedom was on 32 counts WIP. Winter Wisdom will look like this. And it is on 32 count Harbor Gray. And I've done some of the tree and the pine cone, one pine cone, and then started on the bird. One of the birds. So, I love these. This is the first one of that series that I've started. I've got all of the birds on my wish list. Since I don't fully finish anything, don't know where they'll go, but that's okay, because they'll probably just sit in a box, and I'll just admire them as I go through my box every now and then. And here's my last one for now. This is Satsuma Street's Pretty Little San Francisco. And this is how much I've gotten done. This is on 32 count natural linen from Zweigart. So it's maybe a third done. If I keep working on it, it would be maybe a little further. It's okay. So y'all, I'm not even going to get to my haul. First of all, there's a lot. It's been 3 months. I've bought a lot. I did some retail set therapy. Real quick, where I've been, this summer's been crazy. It was supposed to be full of track stuff, but one of my daughters who runs track injured her foot back in June. She did not get to go to the national meet she was planning to go to. Didn't get to compete at state. Didn't get to compete at a lot of things. She's been on crutches. She's been in a boot. We've been to the orthopedist more times than I can count. She's finally coming out of the boot this week, and hopefully we'll get to start training to run, to recover, do some physical therapy. Started this past week. Another daughter, my youngest daughter, started soccer back. She's been busy with that. We've already had a tournament and a game, a league game and a tournament, and so we've just been busy. My oldest 3 have started back to college. It's my son's last semester. He will be graduating in December with his nursing degree. Y'all pray for nurses. It's hard. I worry about him getting burnt out, because I've seen a lot of nurses getting really burnt out with everything going on in the hospitals right now. So just, if you know a nurse, thank them. Support them. Love them. They need it. And y'all, with that, I'm going to say goodbye before this cuts me off. And stay happy, stay healthy, keep stitching. Bye.